I would be like a kid in a candy store in those types of films because there are so many things you discover, you know, like even in the Florida part, Ku Klux Klan and gangsters and all these things. So were you fascinated by the story as a whole?
The story as a whole was amazing,
Yeah.
I think, and fascinating to watch the journey of a man. It's really a redemption story. And I love that it takes its time and you follow a life, basically. And it's funny in moments and tragic in moments and violent. And I also love being immersed in these worlds. I mean, Ben, the worlds that we created, seeing women working in a cigar factory in Tampa, you know, it's just an amazing thing to get to see. The production design was the best I've ever seen. And so we really felt like we were in that era. And I think watching the film you do as well.
Yeah, and I love to be transported back into a more classical Hollywood type of film. You know, La La Land is another example this year. I think it's, you know, audiences are ready for that, going back a little bit in time and dreaming a little bit again. No?
Yeah, I agree. I feel the same way. I love those kinds of films.
Yeah, no, me too. So we spoke about the costumes and about the people you inspired from, but is it an era that you can also research because there's a lot of, you know, as you said, people were living so much, a lot of photographies, a lot of references to it, a lot of things that you can go revisit.
Yeah, well, I read the book, and obviously the stock photography it's really well documented, and with the aid of the internet, that's really helpful. I watched a lot of Clara Bow films. She was a silent movie star of that era, and I felt like Emma would kind of aspire to her in some way, that there would be some connection there. And I love the way those actresses tell stories without words. I mean, I found that there would be something in the way that when Emma's lying that she would copy from one of those people. So I studied a lot of that, and, you know, accent work and physicality,
and especially without giving too much away, there's a scene where she looks like a mime a little bit, and the makeup helped a lot with that. So how much did you work with your makeup artist on those types of things?
She's incredible. The makeup artist I've worked with twice before. She did a film I did called Factory Girl, which was I played Edie Sedgwick, and it was again a really strong look. She understands character in such a beautiful way, and I think when you've got a crew like this, Bob Richardson shooting it, Ben's directing it, best makeup, best costume, best production, you know, all of those elements, it really is a collaboration. It adds so much, the way that somebody looks, and, you know, to your performance.
Absolutely. And how much do you enjoy making movies that you like to watch, basically? How much does that motivate your choices, like films that you like to go to the cinema and see?
Yeah, I think that's got to be... I would struggle with integrity if I didn't want to see a film I've made. I've done it. And I didn't feel great because it just didn't feel authentic to me. But I also understand that in moments this movie is a numbers game, this movie industry is, and you have to make commercial decisions occasionally, but I haven't yet.
And finally, what have been your favourite films of the year? Award season has started, you were at the Globes.
I have been horrendous because I have a 4-year-old and I have not had time to watch my screeners. I've seen every animation out there. I loved Moana, I thought it was amazing. And Kubo and the Two Strings, but all I can talk about are these animated films because I haven't got time for myself. So I will go and binge watch them all when I get home.